What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we are going to be discussing rock music. You might be wondering, what's with the quotes around rock? It's because it's not real rock music. We're going to be discussing how this music can be improved, what exactly this is, why it's not real rock music, and so on. It will all be under 10 minutes. So be prepared, and let's just get straight into the video. So, a quick background. What is this rock music, and how did I get this idea? So I watched other people's videos on this topic, and basically I'm just copying them. I listened to a couple of the artists that they discussed, because I'm not a very large listener of pop music, and these are all pop musicians. I don't listen to pop music very often, that's what that means. So, that's how I got the idea. This music is rock-inspired music, supposedly, that these, people who are trying to be hip and cool, these artists that are supposed to be hip and cool, make. And, a lot of times it just comes off absolutely disingenuous and terrible. So, let's start talking about why, if it's not rock, what is it then, right? So, part of the problem with this thing, and this is echoing some of the things that other people have said, and this is making my own opinion as well. I'm not just copying people word for word here, right? So, they are simply just making, nostalgia stuff, right? It's nostalgia content for people who feel nostalgic for, early 2000s, late 90s kind of rock music. And yes, I'm putting even rock for the music back then, because Green Day isn't rock, Blink-182 is not rock, Limp Bizkit, they're not doing Limp Bizkit, let's be honest here, but that's barely even rock. So, now, you might be wondering, what kind of artists are doing this? And these are the artists that would have a very hard time remembering this kind of stuff. I mean, I don't, and a lot of these artists are not much older than me. I mean, a lot of the artists that these people were talking about, one of them was Machine Gun Kelly, who is a little bit of an older guy, but some of the other ones, their names are slipping my mind right now, are like 16-year-old pop star girl, number 52 or whatever, I'm just, industry plant number 5 here, is making, rock-inspired music, and, I look up this girl, how old she is, because she doesn't look that old, right? She's like, she might be even younger than I am. Seriously. It's like, what the heck is up with this crap? So, I honestly don't remember the name, I'm sorry, people. But, it's just nostalgic BS, right? Okay. What isn't it? This isn't some kind of music that's like, insanely technical in any way, insanely, even insanely rock-inspired, because a lot of times rock will have more technical elements to it that isn't just power chords, like, and then the drums, like, what I'm talking about. That was a horrible impression of a kick and a snare, by the way, and some toms in the fill there. If in case you were wondering, in case you're a drummer and you wanted to try to do what I just did right there. I don't know what I was doing with my hand for the kick, too. Who cares? You know, and have the stupid, you know, crash the whole time. And then the closed hi-hat. I mean, what the heck? Come on. I mean, there's a way to use the crash and the open and the closed hi-hat that isn't just like and then like you know, like just like crashes at the end of like, you know, some epic moment. But you know, again, this isn't some crazy kind of technical music at all. So, why is this music popular? It's, again, popular with, you know, the millennial generation or whatever the hell. The people who are, I guess, a generation older than myself. Maybe people who are even in my generation, just like in their, I think maybe people in their early 20s are still in my generation. Yeah, I would assume so. That's not, I said that like it's like some like big surprise to me. People who are in their early 20s are in my generation. Yeah, who would have guessed? People who are like, you know, less than 10 years older than me. That was a good one, right? I almost said age there, but I didn't, because you guys aren't going to know how old I am. You random people, and of course you people who know me in real life know what age I am. Do not comment that crap in the comment section or else. So, you know, whatever. So, again, it's popular just based on nostalgia and nothing else. Nothing, it's not like they're listening to it because it's like some kind of, really has some good elements to it. It's just pretty standard pop from what I can tell. So it's nothing to write home about at all, right? But, you know, it is honestly close to being unlistenable. So, now I'm going to switch over to, you know, what could help this genre, this upcoming rising genre, be less crap. A lot of these songs use a lot of distortion. I think if they were to tone down the distortion and the overdrive on the guitar and go for the more, trying to think of the word, post-hardcore thing here, with the, you know, the really high up in the registry, you know, leads, and some really good guitar playing, especially with some tapping, you know, kind of licks in there, would not be a bad thing, especially if you just went all clean, and then you can really, you know, showcase the singing, because all these people are solo artists, right? They're all singers. So, I think it'd be a perfect idea, because then you can, you know, keep the instrumentation fairly basic with still adding those lead licks in there, which post-hardcore will do. And, you know, the drumming doesn't need to be so basic either. You can add more interesting drumming into post-hardcore and not make it sound too overwhelming. So, and I think that will really, and it doesn't need to be distortion or whatever like that, right? So you can have it more, you know, mellow with the actual lead being the voice, which they're doing right now, right? Part of the problem with what they're doing right now is that the mix, like, is off for rock music. Usually the instruments are, you know, maybe a little bit quieter than especially with the kind of punk music that they're doing. Usually the instruments are a little bit quieter, but not that much quieter, but they're going a lot quieter. So, you know, the post-hardcore thing would help with that. But that seems like all the time we have for today's video. I hope you have a good day, week, month, and year. So long, goodbye. I'm going to walk up to the camera and turn off that button. See you next time.